Hello, my name is Donald Paul Benjamin. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. You're in my studio here, and I have submitted a Kickstarter proposal to self-publish a book of my cartoons that I'm calling Short Stories 100% Organic Cartoons. My intention is to take a number of drawings that I've been compiling over the years and put them into a self-published book. That's what the funding request is for. So come on into the studio, watch your step here. I'm working on the carpeting, so it'll be a little rough going in, but let me show you what I'm doing here. I start with these small blank sketchbooks available at any art store, and on each page I look around the environment and I put a shape. These just happen to be sort of bubbles or circles. And I've been doing this for years. This is how my parents taught me to draw. They would give me a number of pieces of scrap paper cut into little squares like this, and then they would put a shape on there and challenge me to make those into pictures. Then later, when I got into school and started writing, I added captions. Here's one that's just has evolved from a shape. This was originally, if you can see the little bit of hair hanging down there over her eyes, that was the original shape, and then it was evolved into that beautiful creature there. This one started with the little tiny thing you can see on top of his head there, and then evolved eventually into that. Now these are waiting captions because I don't always have an idea of what to write, and I leave them in the sketchbooks blank and thumb through them occasionally until I get inspired. Here's one with a caption, and this one started with just the corner down here, and then evolved into a man on a diving board with an appropriate caption. Here are some other examples over here of the drawings that have been torn out of the sketchbooks and are awaiting some other future, hopefully as a self-published book funded by Kickstarter, but we shall see, I guess. This one is a larger rendering of a small drawing that started with just this shape here up in the corner. Sometimes I put the shapes in the middle, or often I put them in the middle of the page to give me room to draw. But sometimes I put them at the top, and eventually this evolved into a tree, and into a head, and into a caption. For Louise, it had been a pretty significant growth seminar. Now, one of the things I'm proposing, one of the rewards I'm proposing, is to have patrons who submit funding choose a shape, describe it to me, or somehow communicate it to me, however we communicate. And then as a starting shape, like a seashell or a toaster, I'll start with that and then move on to a more sophisticated drawing and give them credit for it and send them a copy of the book in which that drawing is published. Now, I can do these in color as well. This is a dinosaur that evolved from just that eyeball that you see there, and a little arched eyebrow above. And then with some work became that dinosaur. The caption on this is "First things first." As you can see, the age of the dinosaurs is rapidly coming to a close with a meteor shower. His friends are running for their lives, but there's no time like the present and no time to delay good oral hygiene. So first things first. Here's another colored acrylic painting that evolved from an organic cartoon. The cactus shape on the right was the first part of this, and then the other elements were added. Here's one of my large three-dimensional sculptures, a huge pencil. What I'm attempting to do in the book, self-published book I'm proposing, is here is a example of how a sketch might be portrayed in the book, or the sketches could be combined thematically. Here's 3 guys I used to know, and appropriate pictures to go with that. And of course they could be in color. As I said before, here's my kitty cat rendered in a miniature acrylic format. So that's about it. I hope that you will give my proposal your consideration, and I thank you very much for your time. Have a good day and be well.